Frame Your Neighbor challenge.
We've sifted through the list of challenges that we have ready for the channel, and we decided that the first challenge we're going to do is we're going to shoot our Minolta SRTs. I have the SRT 101, while Cory has an SRT 100.
Both of these cameras are roughly 50 years old and are entirely mechanical. That means there's no autofocus and there's no auto settings between the two. However, there are a couple of minor differences. I do not get to see the settings on my camera through the viewfinder while shooting, as well as I do not have a mirror lock on my camera.
I also have a self-timer on my camera, but those last two settings will be entirely irrelevant today. Lens-wise, very similar. I'll be shooting a 58mm today, while Cory will be shooting a 50, and I do have one more stop on my aperture, but I will not use that today.
All right.
Technically, I should have the upper hand in this challenge, as I've been shooting my SRT almost exclusively for the past couple months.
You'd think that, but I've also been doing photography for 20 plus more years than you, so...
We'll see how that goes.
All right. Anyway, the concept of this challenge is going to be twofold. We're both going to be shooting the same subject matter, as well as doing one-offs, which we'll compare afterwards.
So the rules are simple. The first rule is obviously we're going to be using our Minolta SRTs. Second is that we're limited to 2 rolls of Tri-X 400. We're going to walk around and we're both going to agree to 12 specific subjects. For those subjects, we're each going to get 3 shots. How we use those 3 shots is entirely up to us. While one person is using their 3 shots on the subject agreed upon, the other is going to be off doing some one-offs on their own.
So we're going to be shooting in New Kensington right across the river today, and that's actually where we've shot before, and I believe this is where you took your Minolta out for the first time.
Yep. When I got this guy fixed up, that's actually the first place that I took it out.
So stay tuned and see what we come up with. All right, so this is one of the first places we're gonna shoot. Unfortunately, this building has been condemned. It's actually collapsed in certain areas. So you want to do this as a same frame or?
Well, this is the same frame. It's our first same frame.
Okay. And we're not gonna do these videos for every frame, but we'll try and do them when we have something interesting or important, so.
All right, while Cory's shooting his 3, I found these guys. And I'm gonna shoot that.
Your second challenge involves that sign. While he's doing that one, I'm gonna take a couple random things of some cool things over here. All right, man, this island.
All right, film's in the canister. Now we're gonna develop it. Alright guys, so we've developed our rolls and we scanned our negatives. We did that individually, so we have not yet seen each other's photos.
Yeah, and we have our list of our 12 different challenges that we decided on, and we narrowed it down to having an additional 5 images that we did as one-offs. So,
yeah. So it was a fun day. I enjoyed it. I actually think this is like the 2 best rolls I've shot in my Minolta.
Yeah.
I actually risked it and I didn't really bracket a lot. I actually used my 3 shots and then actually it turned out to my advantage, hopefully.
Well, that's actually kind of the good part of doing it with 3 shots. You're not playing that safety, you're moving on. So,
all right, yeah. With no further ado.
All right.
All right, so the first one that we shot is actually a caved-in building. It's some sort of storefront that
I think it was a pizza shop at
something like that, yeah. And like the whole back half of this building had collapsed and it pulled down some of the walls of it. All right, so let's share
them. We chose the same shot, basically.
The same exact shot. I had one with a pile of bricks down below, but I didn't like how it was set up.
This is the one actually where I backed up to take this, and a bunny rabbit like came out from underneath my feet, and as I turned around again, a hawk like came down and almost got this rabbit. Like I almost had a rabbit killed. So, but
I like yours better because mine washed out in the corner. So I don't know if I got light or if it just glare on the lens, but mine washed out a little bit in the corner.
You have a little more detail in your sky, but that could also be the exact time. Yeah, and I show a little bit more of the windows, so.
Yeah, you're a little bit further to the right than I am.
Yeah.
All right. The next one was a no parking sign, and that was actually just down that alleyway.
Yes, and this one was one of mine that I was thinking of. Unfortunately, mine didn't.
Okay, so you actually chose to hit the other door.
I have a very similar one to that, but I like this one better because I like the security with it.
Yeah, I like the white graffiti on the bike.
I did too, but yeah, that was the one that I went for.
Okay.
I actually like yours better.
I could go either way. I mean, obviously, I chose to shoot that. So
yeah,
like,
but
I guess
you get a little
technically I
more
do,
detail
too.
up in that. So
Yeah, cool. All right, the next one. All right, so this was a cool one. I like this one. This was a cool challenge. There's a church in there's a million churches. But there's one church that has this insane amount of statues. So the objective was we had to pick one of them. We could pick any one. We didn't have to pick the same one and shoot it.
and I know like all 3 of my shots involved 3 different statues.
Yeah.
I don't know about yours.
Mine, I did a couple different. Yeah, I did different ones. I think I did 2 of the one and 1 of the one. But the one I really wanted to get is was one of the white statues, and it was just way too bright out, and it washed. I stood there for like 10 minutes waiting for like the sun.
You
to
were
go
there
down,
for a while,
and I still couldn't get it. I took like one, and it just didn't work. I didn't like it, so I went with that one.
All right, so both of us kind of had a lot of sky background.
I like the clouds in yours.
I was gay because I like
birds.
the birds
Yeah, I
halfway
like the
through
birds,
there. Actually, your statue
Yeah, is in the background.
is in the background on this one. I wish I had a little less of that, but I had the white statues, the white marble, and it was too blown out in my other shots.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wanted, actually, I'm happy with how this one turned out. I didn't think it was going to turn out as nice because I wanted to get like further down and get more of it, but I would have had to like climb down the hill and stand in the landscaping. So
Yeah, I
didn't
actually
wanna do
remember you almost doing a ballerina pose, but I like the movement in yours.
Yeah.
You got some big bold lines in there.
I kind of had to put my head against that fence. I had to lay my head back on it. All right, what's the next one? Alley with pillars.
Yep.
Okay. This was not my favorite, I'll be honest with you.
It's not my favorite, but I thought it was kind of a good challenge.
Yeah. Okay.
So I flat out omitted the front pillars, and
yeah.
I went with the grass right in front. This was my last shot of it.
Okay.
This one might be your first one,
I think this is my first one, yeah.
but I like it because you have a little bit more of like alley feel to it. You have the wires, you have the telephone poles. Mine is more of a brick road that's never been used in the last 50 years.
Yeah. And actually, I mean, both of us had to lay in the street for this one, so that was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever laid down in the middle of the street before.
Yeah.
All right, next one was Citizens Plaza Apartments. So there used to be a hospital in New Kensington. My mom actually used to work at it. It is now nothing anymore, but there's a high-rise next to it. I actually went...
I remember you going that way.
Yep, I went a totally different way.
And
with mine.
I
very,
have...
very abstract with mine.
I just went with the overall because I like the repeating lines and things like that. I don't know. It was kind of calming to me.
Yeah. I did one too, except I cut it. I had the corner with the sky, framing it in.
Yeah.
I like that one too, but I like this one better because it was definitely a different take on it.
The line works really crisp on that.
Yeah, I think it turned out well. I'm proud of that one. I like that one a lot. I like the texture of the bricks too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one. All right, parking lot island. Okay, this is a cool one. So this was one that had a bunch of different stuff on it, and we had to choose anything on that island.
So basically, there's a curb going around a telephone pole. There's a couple old gate controllers on there, and I believe it's the old post office parking lot. And
it was by the post office.
I'm kind of curious because I have a feeling you and I are both going to have
Probably
very
the
similar.
same things. Yep. Okay, we chose the same item. Okay, I liked it because it has a lot of texture to it.
Yeah, well, I liked it because there's text in it and things that way.
Yours looks like super retro. Like I feel like it looks like from the 30s with the way the background is kind of.
Well, and I think also with that
out.
Camera leak, I have a light leak, so I think that's kind of pushing towards it too.
Yeah, it has like a nostalgic feel to it. I kind of dig that.
The storminess of the clouds. Yours, so you got crisp on that.
Yeah.
Up on the box itself, so
yeah, I'm happy with how crisp the flakes and everything came out.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one? Chair on sidewalk. I like this one a lot too. This is one of my favorites. And
so
we took slightly similar, not quite exactly the same.
No, I'm sure I have something completely different.
Okay.
But I thought initially this might be a Pittsburgh chair sort of thing, like the folding chair. But then both the houses had the red X's on them.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So you even put a different house in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went right up to it actually and got. You did something on that front porch.
I think that's the one. I think it's one of my one-offs.
With the numbers?
Yes.
Every one was a different number.
Yeah. I think that's one of my one-offs that I chose.
So I like yours because it's in front of that. I didn't like the way how I framed my other two with it. One I was trying to get the whole house, and then the other one I got a little bit more, but
I know I just liked it because one, you got the trees on the left, you got the ivy on the right, you get the X in the center, and this chair randomly sitting on the sidewalk with the collapsing. I know. I normally don't take things head on necessarily. I don't think. Now things like that. I definitely try to add a little bit to it, but I liked how it sat head on.
Yeah, I kind of like this one because it was like, why is this sitting there far away from the house? But
yeah, that was interesting to see that random chair on the sidewalk. Next is Peerless Cleaners Building. It's just another cool building on the main street.
So on this one, I actually found out I only shot it twice.
Oh.
So I only had 2 images to look for.
Handicapped yourself.
I did, but I also included a self-portrait.
Okay.
So I put myself in the reflection of it.
Cool.
You have a little bit more movement on yours. It's not as head-on.
We captured the same elements. I mean, both of us have the tree in the upper left.
A little bit of the reflection.
A little bit of the curb and everything like that.
But
very, very similar.
I almost like yours a little bit better on the 2 side signs. They look a little bit more interesting, I guess. A little more contrast to it.
Yeah.
But, and the fact that you don't have the car reflection, but I wanted my reflection.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'll take that as a point. I'll take that as a win.
Of course you will.
Abraham sign. Okay.
I like this one.
I do too. I actually didn't think I was gonna like the one I chose, and I actually ended up with the one. Okay, I like yours a lot. Yeah, I like yours better actually. I do like yours better.
I just liked it because it was dramatic. It's got the sky. It's pointing right down at the viewer.
Yeah. I tried to get it from the other angle, framed differently with the tree in it.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
But like, I had my head on the ground against the tree, and I couldn't get it further. I couldn't get any further back.
Oh, I remember you actually laying there.
Yeah. I couldn't get it.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of your apartment building with the lines.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think you got me on that one. I'll admit that one. And then Bearer Electric Supply. Okay. So we very similar. I do kind of like yours. I went like straight angle.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the paint flakes because I thought that was a cool texture.
That's what I was going for. Unfortunately, again, that leak kind of doled that out. I think I can pull that back in traditional printing, just scanning, maybe not. But I do have another one where it's similar to this, and then one that's just flat. And I like yours. I like the texture right with that.
Yeah, I guess I could have tried to focus a little bit more on the lettering, but I really wanted to. It's focused there and kind of blurs out, but I wanted to get that texture.
Yeah,
and you can still read it. Yeah, I had a head on one too. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it at all. It's a cool door to look at head on, but not as a photo. And then Jewelers. Yeah, the Jewelers building.
So that version was actually going to be my. I got something very close to it. You obviously, I think, were out in the middle of traffic at this point.
I had to. There's literally a top of a car right here. I was basically trying to not touch this person's car.
Yeah.
It was like an SUV, and it was like just over the rim of this car.
So similar to I think without going and trying to find it.
The only thing I don't like about yours is the J's cut off. That's the only thing I don't.
And that's the only thing I didn't like on mine. But I wanted to get that diamond
in the sign.
But I think without traffic there, I could be able to do that
because
I can back up a little bit more.
Yeah, that car was a huge hindrance on it.
And is it an optometrist store or is it actually just a jewelry store? That's a thing that I got lost on. Valley's oldest jeweler's optometrist.
No, I didn't even see that.
So I'm curious on that.
I'm actually kind of curious about that too. All right, and then our last one. I really like this one a lot.
I like mine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I like ours both. I already have a picture like that from a different car, so I went with this one.
I like the tone on this one.
Yeah, I like the tone a lot.
But yeah, no, I definitely dig yours. You don't see the front of yours, like the smoothness of this 64, I think is what this lady said.
Yeah, something like that. Just like about the same age as our cameras.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually.
I like mine because like the tailgate's a different color.
Yes, and I have one on the tailgate, but I didn't get it like you. I think I came in sharper and just got the tailgate.
And I like the mural in the background as well from Voodoo. So I thought that was an interesting touch, like a pose. We have the old '60s truck, and then you have like the modern mural on the side of an old building. So I thought that was kind of a cool contrast.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like some of yours, but I also like some of mine.
I think it's a give and take on this. All right, so our 5 one-offs. All right, so I took mine, and here's my first one immediately after we took that truck.
Kind of funny.
Yep, same side of it too, and we both got the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the high. I actually have a lower one on the other side, but I like this one better.
I remember you going over there, but
I like the hooks.
I thought that was for the dog.
I tried to get that dog. He wasn't having it. He was didn't like strangers.
I think I tried getting the hooks on it, but I was getting the Alcoa sign for this piece of equipment that they had. So
yeah, so this is like big hunk. It's like a steel making thing from Alcoa. It's just sitting in this lot. I don't know why they wanted it. It's absolutely enormous, and it serves no purpose other than taking space and looking unique.
It almost looks like it could be a bar in the future.
Yeah, I think that's what they had an idea, but like it's kind of high.
Unless they build a deck.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's an interesting piece. Yeah. All right. What's your second one?
This is my second one,
What?
and this
I think I remember.
This is when you were photographing challenge number 2, that
Okay.
no parking sign.
Yeah.
I think it's an old telecommunication board or something like that, but I liked it because it was, again, this repeating sort of thing, and it was just dangling there.
Yeah. That's my house sign. Yeah, it almost looks like it was like planted because it almost looks too perfect that there's.
It's a ransom note.
There's a 0 over a 0 and I guess
I didn't even notice that, but okay, I realized those two, but I didn't see the 0 over 0 until you just noticed that or pointed that out.
Yeah, it was almost like someone purposely did it. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. Seems random to do that, but and the 8's upside down too, which I thought was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that. I was like, I'm definitely gonna take a picture of that. That's unique. All right, what's your third?
Third one. That's another parking lot thing.
Okay.
But I like the dramatic on it and the fact that
the
sign
shadows
was
on the door and everything.
Yeah.
This is one actually while you were shooting the first challenge, I went off and I found the barrels with the reflections in the top. I like how it turned out. I like that you can read whatever was written on the top of the barrels, hoping to get more texture on the water. But I like the graffiti on the wall, and I get a little bit of texture with the water. Not too much. I wish I would have got like a little bit more crisp. You still see a little bit in here. So in general, though, I'm happy with it. I like it as a photo in general. Yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. All right, what's your next one? You want the independent sign?
I'm going with the independent sign because I put that parking meter right in front.
Yeah.
So I liked it. You can see like how a couple buildings are not holding up too well down there, but it's just cool texture on that sign.
Yeah, it's a cool sign. I've shot that one before. It's a favorite of mine. I do like that sign.
I did, but I don't have the film for it because it got ruined in developing. Not on my own hand. That's
okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I lost it. I lost it, but I mean, it's still there. I can go back and shoot it. I know where this is.
This is that another house that like had collapsed, and I wanted to get in there, but I didn't through that little tiny window. But this was immediately like you peek your head in the window, and there was a pile of shoes and like clothes and whatever, and you can see like where the joists for like the ceiling had collapsed. Yeah. And it was like entirely open.
Because there's a garage on one side, and it almost felt like a little courtyard before you went in the house now.
Yeah.
But I know exactly where you're at. Yeah. That's the back of the laundry thing, I think.
This is toward the end by that lot. This is actually right by Voodoo too. This is right toward the end.
I thought that was right. That might be the backside of the laundry or the other one.
I don't remember.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of buildings. And the last one.
Oh, you went with the.
I went with the bench.
Hospital bench.
I went with the hospital bench. It's also a little nostalgic for me since that's where my mom worked for years as I was a kid. But I like now that's nothing. Obviously, things are getting overgrown, and I liked how the bushes are kind of taking over the.
I didn't realize it was like totally nothing.
I might be something now. It was like I don't know, an outpatient or something for a while. I don't know if it is anything anymore, but yeah.
So I went with the danger sign just because it kind of has a street art feel to it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the splatter on it.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of dropping a paint can at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my 5.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that was our first challenge in the books. It was a lot of fun. We're obviously going to do some more coming up. Let us know what you think of our photos, and if you have any additional challenges for us, let us know.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching.
Until next time.